How's it going, Gear Slammers? Today we're talking about suspension. Now there's a lot of things to cover and I don't have props, so bear with me. So some simple upgrades for you to start off with is the sway bar kits made from IPD. This is what I have an experience with. Mike has one for his an SR kit for his SR. This one I bought used sway bars. It's actually a VR kit on my SR. The difference between the two is the rear bar for the VRs is 3 mils thicker than the SR stuff. So the SR is 25 mil, the VR is 28. Now, if you don't have an R, you can totally throw it on. Your car will handle a lot better. It is definitely worth it. You do not need to run their IPD heavy duty sway bars. I actually called about that because I was like, I don't know what I want to do. And they're like, you don't have to, but it is recommended. So take that with a grain of salt. Also, sway bars are like $5 a piece off of Rock Auto. You should go there and get some. Some other simple, easy stuff that you can do is the strut bar connectors. They stock ones have like some rubber in them. IPD offers billet and cast rock aluminum ones. Helps a lot. You can get some vibrations out of the top of the engine here. You can feel it in the steering wheel and kind of feel it in the car. I enjoy it. Now, something you can also do, because it is related to the strut bar up here, is the upper mount upgrade. Now, IPD does offer one. Apparently doesn't last, never used it. This is the Power Flex one. This is the yellow one. The T5 actually has the black version. They do make them for the upper mounts that are circled and then like the 2 squares. Get the one that is good for you. Now, this car has the JXB carrier bearing in it. The center bearing is not serviceable, and I believe it's very hard to get brand new one of those. So if yours is completely dry rotted or you can just see it flex a little bit, buy one of these. They have 2 different versions of the rubber that is used for the carrier bearing to hold it in place. This car has the street version. Mike's wagon, which was actually used as a prop in their video, has a street version, but they do offer a race version. The reason why I didn't go with the race version is because I'm not on the racetrack all the time with this thing, and we drive it on the street most of the time. So that's why I went with that one. It's a simple 1 to 2 hour operation, depending on how mechanically inclined you are, but it's doable. Anybody can do it at home. I did it on the ground. Now, the dreaded shocks and struts of these cars. So anybody who has a R kind of pertains to you a little bit more, but if you have a non-R, the back half of this pertains to you. So our owners, you can buy 4C struts off Rock Auto. A couple years ago, I was able to buy all 4 shipped to my work because I was allowed to for about 950 bucks. Not bad price. Now, IPD does have fronts and rears. I believe FCP has fronts only. As of recording this video, things change and Monroe is slowly phasing them out. You might be able to find 4C shocks in your area of the country, but at least in the Midwest, it's kind of hit and miss.
Now, coilovers.
If you have an R, you can go coilovers or even like the stock regular S60 suspension, but you have to trick the 4C. I've never done it. I haven't done it yet, but there is some write-ups and there's some videos on how to do that. So if you want coilovers, there's BC coilovers and KV2s. The T5 is actually on BCs, and so the softest mode on the BC coilovers is the equivalent of the advanced mode, but just like 10% more. And obviously it gets way stiffer. You can buy KV2s. I believe the springs aren't matched correctly, so you have to buy separate springs. So chew me out if I'm wrong, but let me know down below. I haven't done it. I did very limited research into it. Everyone has different opinions. Make up your own decision. Now, when you're lowering the car too, if you're buying coilovers or lowering springs for these cars, you might bend the toe arms in the back. IPD does make a kit that is adjustable and should never bend. Mike's had it on his red car. They work great. I haven't bent mine yet, but when I do bend mine, I'm buying one of those. But yes, please let me know if I get any of the suspension wrong. I'm sure I've skipped over something. Let me know down below in the comments what I screwed up, what your opinions are. I love my 4C shocks. Rides like a cloud compared to the T5, and I love it that way. But the T5 is rather stiff and it is fun to very rapidly drive through some backcountry roads. So thank you guys for watching. Again, anything I've talked about is down below in the description in an Excel file. Take a look at it. But please like, comment, share with your friends, and I will see you in the next video.